Are you interested in the new Fitbit Inspire HR activity tracker? Well, stick around. I'm going to give you a chance to win one. Hey guys, welcome to our new YouTube channel, Tried and True Review. And also welcome to our very first ever YouTube video. As our name implies, we're going to be doing a lot of product reviews of a lot of different types of products. I have a lot of interests and a lot of hobbies, and so we're going to be reviewing a lot of different kinds of products, and like I said, maybe doing some product comparisons as well. What hopefully is going to make us stand out a little bit from other product review channels out there is that we're going to give away pretty much everything we review, not the ones that we actually put through the ringer and review, but we'll give away brand new products. We're only going to do video reviews of products that we actually like, products we think that we would want to be able to stand behind and we give somebody and they're not going to have any problems with it. We want to give people stuff that they're going to like and they're going to be happy with. We're going to run a family-friendly channel where our reviews and opinions are based in honesty and integrity. Nobody's going to be able to pay us for our opinions or choose how we rate one of their products. So as of right now, we don't have any sponsors. I pay for all of the products that we review and give away, so we have a fairly limited budget, but we think we're going to have a good time doing this and hopefully bring some value to you folks and be able to give somebody a couple new smiles with some really good fun stuff that we're going to give away. Like I said earlier, today we're doing the Fitbit Inspire HR activity tracker. One of the reasons I chose this for the first product that we would review was that I've recently lost a lot of weight and I'm in the process of still losing more, and one of the pieces to the puzzle of how I've lost the weight is that I walk quite a bit, and I've had a Fitbit before, so I know they're a great product. I lost the last one I had. I probably went through the washing machine or something. I have no idea where it ended up. But I knew this would help me on my weight loss journey. I know it'd help a lot of other people, people are trying to stay fit or get fit. So yeah, I thought this would be a great product to go ahead and do. So one of the things we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what's in the box, and we're going to go from there. Okay guys, so here's the box, and here is what comes in it. I don't think the black background is going to work. My clicker seems to be broke. What the? Alright, focus, Eric. Alright, that's better. So it looks like we have the Fitbit tracker itself with the small watch band already attached to it. There's a larger watch wristband that comes with it. It looks like we also have a charge cable and the instruction booklet. I'm not sure how much attention I'll pay to that. But yeah, so that's what's in the box. So just kidding. Of course I'm going to read the instructions, or at least I thought I was going to read the instructions. This is actually not an instruction book, but a safety instruction and a limited warranty book in several different languages. The Fitbit also says that it charges from 0% to 100% in 2 hours, and mine came out of the box at about 50, just a little over 50% charged. So I went ahead and threw it on the charger, and we'll check back with it in just a couple of hours. By the way, it says also that it can hold a charge up to 5 days. Some of the other reviews that I've read on it say that that might be a little exaggeratory, but we'll try it out ourselves and find out. Okay guys, I got the Fitbit all charged up, and as far as the instructions go, I found that on the inside packaging of the box it says to start, download the Fitbit app. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, that's what the inside packaging says. I already had the Fitbit app downloaded on my phone, so I just basically had to update it with the new Fitbit device from the Fitbit One that I actually originally had. The device, the Fitbit charger actually, or Fitbit Inspire HR actually charged quite a bit quicker than I thought it would. It went from the just slightly over 50% that it was when I took it out of the box to 100% charge in about 25 minutes, which was actually, I thought, was pretty good. The other thing I noticed on the box that I wanted to point out was that basically, in order to use this device, you have to be able to pair it with a smartphone, basically, or it says you can access the app through Windows 10, but you have to have an iPhone or an Android device in order to pair the tracker with. This one does have it can sync with your phone and use the GPS off your phone for tracking the distance that you walk or move or travel. One of the things I noticed also that on some of the other reviews that I read was that it tends to track ghost steps, or basically it shows that you're taking steps when you're not, especially if you're driving. Well, that's going to be interesting to see, because I'm a truck driver for a living, so that's one of the things we'll be able to test out, and we'll see how that goes. In fact, I'll know starting tomorrow on that. It says that it's waterproof, so we're going to test that out. We're going to get the thing wet, and it says it's waterproof up to 50 meters. It says swim proof is actually what it claims to be, so I assume that means waterproof. But it says up to 50 meters. Now, I don't plan on getting in 50 meters of water anytime soon, but we will stick it in a bucket or something. We'll get it wet and see how that does. I'm really interested to see how it tracks my sleep. It says it tracks different cycles of sleep. So I'm interested to see. I guess it does that by my heart rate. So we'll see how that works. And that's what the Fitbit, the Inspire HR, the HR part stands for, heart rate. So it was kind of interesting. As soon as I put it on my wrist, and I'm wearing it, by the way, as soon as I put it on my wrist, one of the first things it did was tell me how fast my heart was beating, which is kind of a neat thing to track, for me anyways. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. So what I'm going to do is over the next few days, I'm going to put this thing put it through the ringer, basically. I'm going to test it every way that I can find to test it, and see how it works out. I'm also looking forward to seeing just how far I walk in a day with it. I really enjoyed having my Fitbit 1 when I had that before, and I'm looking forward to this one, seeing how it goes. Hopefully I won't put it through the washing machine or whatever ended up happening in my last one. One day it just came up missing, so I don't know what really happened to it. I'm looking forward to that. I want you guys to know that I'm happy to start this channel. I'm really looking forward to not just testing out this product, but testing out a lot of different products and sharing my results with you guys. I'm looking forward to getting better at creating videos, and hopefully you guys will support me in that process. I'm looking forward to hopefully putting some smiles on people's faces by giving them some pretty cool stuff, and hopefully adding value to the community by simply sharing my thoughts and opinions on these different products. Like I said, we hope to be able to grow, to be able to bring you some nicer products. I'd love to hear in the comments what kind of things you guys would like us to review and have a chance to win. I'm going to keep the contest to win these items, keep it pretty simple and pretty quick. I don't want to do long, drawn out things where it takes forever to give something away. We're going to do this. We want to give as many people as we can a chance to enter to win whatever items are given away. But we'll probably do them. I'm thinking about within like 4 weeks. We'll set up a video. We'll do a review on a product, do a video, get it out there, tell you guys how to enter to win whatever product it is we're doing, and then in about 4 weeks we'll give them away, and we'll announce who the winner was, and we'll do that totally randomly as far as who gets it. There will be a couple of things we'll need to do, and I'll talk about those at the end of the video. But if you like what we're doing, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment. Tell us how we can improve maybe what we're doing. Tell us the kind of items that you would like to see us review and give away. We'd love to hear from you. I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can. So for that, I'm gonna just close for tonight and come back and review this over the next couple of days, and I'll do some updates and show how things are going as I go. So good night, all. Thanks. Good morning, guys. Hey, I got to thinking last night. I think I forgot to introduce myself. I introduced the channel, but not me as a person. So my name's Eric. I live in a very small rural farming community in western United States, and I'm out on my walk this morning, and figured I got the Fitbit on, figured we'd track it and see how it's doing. So far it seems to be pretty good. I've walked almost a mile, I guess, so far, and it seems to be tracking my steps pretty accurately. I didn't get it to track my sleep last night the way I thought it might. The box suggested that it tracks your sleep and your different cycles of sleep, and I might have to change some settings in there in order to get it to do that right. All I noticed is that it tracked my hours of sleep after I inputted them into the app. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more and see what happened there, and see if we can fix that for tonight. So anyhow, I'm out on my morning walk. Excuse me. It's an overcast, cloudy day today, so I apologize for the lighting. And it's a beautiful area where I live and where I get to walk. I don't have to walk in the city unless I choose to go into the city and walk. It's, like I said, I live around a bunch of farms in a farming community. In fact, I'll see if I can't give you a little shot of where I live, or where I get to walk. See if I can turn this around here. There we go. This is alfalfa fields that haven't been cut yet. Back in the distance, the little lighter color field behind me is a field of wheat, and then these are some alfalfa fields that have just recently been cut. In fact, they just got the bales of hay off yesterday, I believe. And then this is a dirt road close to my house where I walk down every day. I walk a couple of miles. The blocks out here are pretty big, and I walk around what is basically one block to start with, and that's about a 2-mile walk. If I have enough time, I try to go further, but right now that's about what we're doing. Is about 2 miles, which is pretty good, seeing as how about 3 months ago I wasn't walking at all. I couldn't hardly walk across our living room without stopping to take a breath. So I'm doing a whole lot better that way. I've lost, as of this morning, I've lost 58 pounds in about 3.5 months. So feeling pretty good. So we're gonna watch the tracker and see how well it does throughout the day. I got to go to work a little bit later, so I'll be wearing the tracker while I'm driving. We'll see how that does. So we'll check back with you again here in a little while. Thanks. Well, my concerns about the ghost miles were correct, and the reviews I read were correct. I drove approximately 200 miles so far today. I'm stopped now. I'm not recording while I'm driving. But when I got here, I noticed that my tracker had logged about 8,000 steps that I didn't take. So, and I also went into the app and tried to figure out if there was a way for me to edit that and delete those steps, but I couldn't find any way to do that. So that's probably somewhere where they could improve on this a little bit. We'll keep going. Thanks. Hey guys, I'm out on my morning walk again, and I got to thinking last night as I was noticing the tracker was logging ghost miles, or logging steps rather, while I was driving. So I thought I'd do a little bit of experimenting with that. I decided to take the tracker off my wrist for the ride home,
and noticed that that helped quite a bit just by taking it off and throwing it in my lunchbox. I only ended up tracking a couple of hundred steps over a couple of 100 miles, as opposed to several thousand steps, almost close to, actually after adding it up, it was close to 10,000 steps that the tracker actually recorded that I didn't take on my drive up to where I go at night. So that did help a lot. One thing to mention was that the truck that I drive is actually really bumpy. It's a pretty rough ride. I mean, we're talking potential kidney damage with this thing, but so I think that might have played a big part in it. Just bouncing around in the truck quite a bit would maybe help track steps that I didn't take. So I did that, and that seemed to work pretty good. Then the other thing I did was when I got back to our yard here, and I jumped into my pickup and drove home. It's a much smoother ride. What I noticed is it didn't track any steps, any ghost steps that it shouldn't have when I was doing that. So I'm beginning to think that potentially for most people in most situations, driving a regular car or something that's not beating the heck out of them, I think that it would probably work just fine. The other thing I'm noticing was that I wish the tracker would have came with some more comprehensive instructions. Trying to figure out how to use this thing, for me, I'm not super technically savvy. It's been kind of a challenge. I'm figuring it out, but trying to find out what each little thing can do is being kind of tough. I'm not finding all the information that I would like to have fairly easily at my fingertips. I'm having to really work for stuff. So I kind of wish that it did come with some better instructions, but it is what it is, and we'll keep it. So far, I quite like it. We'll keep trying some different things with it. We're gonna get it wet here pretty soon and see if it's really waterproof. But we'll try that again here in a little bit. Thanks. Bye.
Okay guys, so I said we were going to get this thing wet and see about its waterproof capabilities, or see if it actually is waterproof. So let's see, we'll make sure it's on. Yeah, I actually really kind of like the touch screen on this. Once you got it on, you just swipe through, see some of the different features that it has. Anyways, well, yeah, so what we have here is the new Fitbit Inspire HR and a 5-gallon bucket of water. So we'll come back and check on that in a little while. One thing to note is it does not float. It went straight to the bottom. And I don't know if you can tell it or not, but it's, yeah. It was still working. There was a little light flashing, but that usually goes off after I take it off of my arm shortly anyway. So we'll check on it here in a few minutes. My little dog's getting curious about what I'm doing here. So it's been in the water for a few minutes. The Fitbit's been in the water for a few minutes, so we'll go ahead and pull it out and take a look. Oh, came right on. So that worked. So let's see here. Seems to be working just fine. See if we can go back home real quick. Yep. One thing I'm not real impressed with is that we can't, at least I can't figure out how to brighten the screen, how to make the display brighter. It works pretty good. I'm indoors right now. It works pretty good in here. It's easy to see, but if you're out in direct sunlight, it's actually, for me at least, it's kind of hard to read. One of the other things I mentioned earlier, that I wish it came with some more comprehensive instructions, and it does, and I'll talk about that more in just a minute here. So on the website, there's comprehensive instructions on how to use each of the features on the tracker. And it's got quite a few different features. It does does your resting heart rate, which is one of the things that my heart rate was one of the things I was really interested in tracking. It tracks your different sleep stages. It tracks calories burned. It'll track exercise and different exercise activities that automatically track some of them as soon as you start doing them. It recognizes different exercises you do, and of course it tracks your steps. It also can act as a gentle alarm and reminder to wake you up in the morning as part of how it tracks your sleep. You have to input that kind of stuff in the app or on the website. Tell it how much you're sleeping, when you wanted to sleep, when you got up. It'll wake you up if you want to. I guess as a little alarm. I didn't actually try that part out. It says it'll track your sleep cycles, but I think that has to do with information that you put into the app. The main thing I wanted the tracker for was to track my steps, track my activity, and then I like the idea of being able to watch my heart rate. And it does those things really well. As far as tracking ghost steps or tracking steps when I wasn't actually taking steps, the only time I noticed the tracker doing that was when I was driving the big truck and down a pretty bumpy ride, a pretty bumpy road and what have you. It's just a pretty rough ride in the big truck. When I was in my personal vehicle, it didn't do it. It didn't track any steps that I noticed. And when I would take the tracker off my arm in the big truck and just put it in my lunchbox, which I found myself doing the past couple of days, it didn't track steps then either. If it did, it tracked very few. So I'm actually really happy with that. The couple of downsides that I've found with the tracker, things that I think they could improve on. One, I wish you have different clock faces you can put on, so different screens, but none of them are very bright that I noticed in the direct sunlight. When you're out in the sunlight, it's pretty hard to see it. And then the other one was I wish the information online about it. I wish the website and the app were a little bit easier to use. I found them a little bit difficult to navigate. I was able to find the things that I wanted, but it took some doing. I think they could minimize the app a little bit and simplify, I should say, make it a little bit easier to use, especially for somebody like me that's not really tech savvy to any extent. So other than that, I really liked the tracker. Like I said, it did have a couple things that I think they could improve on, but all in all, I'm real happy with it, and I'm going to keep it. And by the way, I've had it going for 5 days now, and the battery still says it's at medium level. So where it says a 5-hour battery life, I'm finding that to be accurate and maybe at a minimum. I did see some reviews where other people were saying the battery didn't last very long, but I haven't had that be an issue. It did just fine in my dunk test. I threw it in the 5-gallon bucket of water, and it's working just fine. It's comfortable to wear. I haven't had any discomfort or being bothered by the band or anything else, and it feels to be pretty well built. It feels to be pretty sturdy. I also saw some reviews where people thought it was kind of cheaply made, but I haven't noticed that to be the case either. I'm really happy with it. It's got a lot of different accessories. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in either white, black, as I have here, or it comes in a lilac color. It's kind of a light purple, and it also has lots of different accessories, lots of different bands, different styles of bands and colors and what have you. So, and little clips that you could clip it on instead of wearing it as a watch. So yeah, I think all in all, I wish I could give it a solid 2 thumbs up, but maybe like 1.5. So maybe something like that. I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys want a chance to win one of these for yourself, I'm going to be giving away at least one of them. This video is going to come out about the 1st of August. I'm going to just go like a random day. I want to be about 4 weeks, right about there, to give people a chance to get entered to win one. So I think we're August 28th. I'm just going to pick that day and say that's when we're going to pick a winner. And what you got to do if you want to win one of these is go ahead and, if you would, give the channel a like, give the video a like. give it a thumbs up, and that helps out the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, and helps me start to grow the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and then just leave a comment in the comment sections if you would. I'd love to hear comments about how we can improve the channel, where you want us to see us go from here, what kind of things you'd like to see us review and talk about. And if you can't think of a good comment to put in the comment section, I'm totally fine with constructive criticism. I know I got a lot of improvement to do, but if you can't think of a good comment, just tell me what color you want. Say black, white, or the purple, or lilac as they call it, because we want to send you the one you want. And so we'll pick a winner on August 28th, and give everybody until then a chance that wants to enter to win one to do so. If you want more information about this, read up on it a little bit more yourself. I'll put a link in the description below, and you'll have an opportunity to look at it there. I appreciate you. We're looking forward to getting started with this channel and growing, and it's a new experience for me, and I appreciate everybody that's going to come along for that journey with us and support us in it. So thanks. Until next time, I'll try to be putting a video out every week or so to start with. I'm not quite sure what our next product we're going to do is yet, but I do have some ideas, and we want to get that put together and get a review going for that real soon. So again, thank you very much, and until I see you next time, peace out.